Merry Christmas! Whether you're here on Christmas morning or at midnight after the lights are dimmed, or even another day, even in the new year, let's spend just a few minutes celebrating the birth of the Christ child in our world and in our hearts. So, calling all seekers, all dreamers, all believers, calling all glass half full optimists and lighthouse keepers, calling all star chasers and bedtime prayer speakers. Bring your questions, your hope, your faith, and your fear into this space. God is here. This morning, I'm going to share with you a poetic reading of John 1 through 18. It was written by Reverend Sarah Speed from A Sanctified Art. In the beginning was the Word, way back, long, long time ago, before the stars, before the day, before the rivers were carved out of clay. In the beginning, way back in that beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He, Jesus, was in the beginning with God. In other words, we cannot say that love was born in a stable that day, for love was born when the horizon was drawn. It was born in the dark, long before dawn. Love was born with the very first sea, and when God breathed life into you and me. Long before magi or shepherds or dreams, long before sheep or angels that sing, love was here, building away then and now and on Christmas Day. For all things came into being through him, and without him not one thing came into being. And what was come into being in him was life, and the life was the light of all people. And so Jesus shined, like a light in the dark or a star in the sky. Jesus walked into this world and opened our eyes, shining a light on social divides and loving the scars that we try to hide. He lit up this world like it's never seen, the light of all people, Emmanuel, King. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not overcome it. Hatred did not overcome it. Fear did not overcome it. Greed did not overcome it. A light shines in the darkness. Envy did not overcome it. Doubt did not overcome it. Scarcity did not overcome it. A light shines in the darkness. Death did not overcome it. Sickness did not overcome it. Grief did not overcome it. For he was in the beginning with God, way back, a long, long time ago, before the stars, before the day, before the rivers were carved out of clay. And what has come into being in him was life. So we cannot begin with magi's and sheep, for this story begins at the brink of creation and light, of you and me, of beloved and love, of being set free. For in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God, and that light shines in the darkness. It always has, and it always will. That is where our story begins, with love for creation from beginning to end. Amen. Friends and family of faith, sin separates us from things like hope, peace, and joy. Sin wiggles its way between us and love, both love of neighbor and love of self. Fortunately for us, God had something else in mind. God sent God's only Son to this world so that we could see another way. So friends, hear and believe the good news of the gospel. No matter how many times we turn our back on hope or extinguish peace or snuff out joy, no matter how many times we let love burn out, God continues to light our way. We are forgiven. We are seen. We are loved. The good news of this day, the hope, the peace, the joy, and the love of this day exists for you. Thanks be to God. Amen. Merry Christmas, and I look forward to seeing you in the new year at Marvin and out in our community, sharing God's love with our neighbors and drawing closer to God with fellowship and study with each other. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Bye-bye.